Hi, this is Renk, and I just finished my Wednesday, October 26th show, and we discussed my column that I wrote this morning, Federal Spending and Debt Compared to Your Family Spending and Debt. For years, I've been trying to explain how this out-of-control deficit spending, we spend more at the federal government than we bring in, anywhere from 500 and something billion to 1.6 trillion, 1.7 trillion dollars. And it keeps adding to the debt. We doubled it under President George Bush from 5 to about 9 to 10 trillion. Under President Obama, he's doubled it from 10 to it'll be 20 trillion. But I think people couldn't get their hands around those types of numbers. So I saw a great article in the Michigan Capital Confidential news site. They're the Mackinac Center for Public Policy, a think tank out of Midland, Michigan. They're their news site about comparing it to you and I as a family. And here are the numbers they give. If you compare to this year's spending, the last fiscal year by our government, federal government, to a family who makes $28,000 a year. You make $28,000 a year, you'd have to spend $33,000 a year, creating a $5,000 deficit to be added to your $148,000 credit card bill. Then you making $28,000 a year as a family can compare the problem and the trouble we're really in when it comes to our government. Imagine making $28,000 a year and having a $148,000 credit card debt. Also, double that. Let's say you're making $56,000 a year. You'd have to spend about $67,000 a year to equal what our government does, that deficit of over $10,000. Added to your $296,000 in credit card debt, then you are adding and spending and have debt like the federal government. Now, could you imagine how you're going to get yourself out of a $296,000 credit card debt? Well, that sucked. That's how much... sorry about that, guys. We just... But my video phone here was so amazed by those numbers, it couldn't handle it. It just fell right over, as you saw. And that's what's happening to you and me and our families. We're going to topple over just like that phone just did, just as you just saw. That's why it's very serious, the debt that we are incurring at a federal level. Again, could you imagine making $28,000 a year, spending $33,000 a year consistently every year, adding $5,000 or more a year to your credit card debt of $148,000? Then it's $152,000, then $157,000, then or again $56,000 a year as a family, spending $67,000 a year, adding over $10,000 a year to your $296,000 credit card debt. Please join me and help us get out of this. The establishment's not going to do it. Left, right's not going to do it. It has to come up from the people, us demanding it, because the only ones that are going to be hurt are your children, your grandchildren, my grandchildren, and the future generation. Is that what you really want to leave to them? And that's your moment of rank. Have a great day.